Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it, and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a lovely millennial reference, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 16220 in stainless steel. The watch is 36 millimeters in diameter on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. You can see the Oyster case, as ever, is more of a cushion profile than a true round case, though it is slender, 11 millimeters thick. The watch will slip underneath any cuff, even the tightest of dress sleeves, and lug to lug across the wrist. It measures 43.9 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs if you wish to switch it up and maybe throw the watch on a strap. Now this is a P serial number, so the year 2000, this is what Rolex had to offer in its signature Datejust model line back when we were all worried about the Y2K bug. And make no mistake, this watch was Y2K compliant. It's a bit of a tour back through Rolex history, as the watch has time capsule condition, but a number of features that are redolent of Rolex from 20 years ago. You can see pivoted end links rather than solid. You can see straight through the center links of the bracelet. It has that characteristic Rolex rattle, but not from wear or play developed with use, as this watch is remarkably fresh. It's rather what you would have experienced when you left the dealer back in the year 2000 with this watch. Now even then, removable links were fixed by screws. The clasp then was stamped, and you could see all of the internal marks pertaining to this particular clasp. You can see it's a 78-360. Tolerances remain excellent, and you can see that there remains a very sharp and sharply defined Rolex 5-point coronet on the exterior of the clasp. Several different internal mounting points, so you can pick your divot to move the bracelet inside the clasp to size finely. Now the interesting thing about this watch is that it truly does have all of its original metal, and you can even see on the case back how fresh the original showroom sticker is with the original reference. That has never been removed, but nor has it been tarnished or degraded in any way. I feel sorry for the first guy who bought this watch, but it's to your advantage as the next owner. You can see the case is still as fluid and handsome as ever, with a very sharp break between the satin finished lug hood and the flank of the lug, and you can see that on all four corners. Like I said, not only is all the original metal here, but it's as sharp as when it left Geneva. You can see that the lugs are even in metal, volume, and shape from side to side. And this is key, because we are talking about a borderline vintage watch here. Twin lock crown screw down, still 100 meters water resistant, and you can see something you don't see too often, and that is the engine turn bezel. It's a steel bezel, make no mistake. It's not fluted white gold. You can see there's a double knurling. There are large polished segments, and then you can see the recesses between them feature a very thin and tightly spaced striation. It's a sharp and severe look that gives the watch a distinctive aesthetic and pairs perfectly with the deeply striated, vertically oriented tapestry pattern on the dial. Now this being a year 2000 watch, it is not a service replacement dial because this was after tritium. You'll also note that, as with most modern Rolex dials, and I do consider this to be a mostly modern watch, you have white gold Rolex coronet, white gold hands, white gold stick indices, and they are tarnish resistant in perpetuity because they are that inert white gold. The satin finish of the striation is a bit difficult to see, but it's got just enough of a soft glowing metallic tinge to it to give it some life in direct light. Now you can see the Cyclops eye and the date wheel underneath the caseback, Rolex manufacturer, and you can really see how intact that sticker is right there. It even has the ghosted Rolex Jubilee logo pattern. So caliber 3135, 31 joules, automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate, water resistant to 100 meters, free sprung balance with a full bridge for shock resistance, overcoil hairspring Breguet style, made by hand at Rolex to help the watch keep excellent time in any orientation or any position with respect to gravity on your dresser, nightstand, or your wrist. COSC certified Swiss chronometer. This watch is still wearable as a modern Rolex timepiece, but it has a wonderful time capsule quality, not just in its condition, but in its features, which really take you back to what the Rolex experience, the new Rolex experience, was like back in the year 2000. Live the dream, enter the time machine with this Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 16220 in stainless steel. Rolex Datejust 16220.